hear us.
Yes. What we were trying to say is, hello friends. We are in Frederick, Maryland, and we have been for the last few days, hanging out with the Magpies, meeting the local knitters, and it has just been the best time. I can't even. I want to stay in Frederick. It's the cutest place ever.
We are spending a few days in this little heaven place called Frederick, Maryland. It is warm, it is welcoming, and we've had the best time for...
It's also fall. Leaves are literally blowing off the trees. Everything's golden and perfect. We even had a sweater weather day. It has been 10 out of 10. So good.
So if Magpie is your local-ish yarn store, lucky you.
No kidding.
If not, please put this on a must visit. This is a destination you need to come see.
It's one of those stores that's more than a yarn store. It is a crafty, creative little hub that, there is just the most amazing stationery and punch needle and felting and all kinds of amazing things for knit and crochet. It's super inspiring. That was my first thought when we walked in the door. Holy cow, this place is so gorgeous. And then you start walking around and think, well, I just want to do everything. They make you want to do everything.
So we want to talk yarn.
Yes.
We want to talk patterns.
Yes.
We want to talk everything Magpie.
We do.
Because we've just had the best weekend, you guys.
Let me introduce you to our friends. You may already recognize them from the Magpie Fibres lives. Sam and Kiki.
Hi, everybody.
They've been taking such good care of us this weekend. Hopefully it wasn't too awful.
No, this was absolutely amazing. This is our favorite thing because then we get to meet a whole bunch of people too, and get to see our own community of people get so excited and so thankful that people are happy to come here and that we can host people here. So
That's
lovely.
so nice. You guys, it seems like you draw from a lot of air. Like everybody we spoke to came from mostly 45 minutes to an hour away.
Yeah, we are kind of in that weird spot where it's easy to get to from Pennsylvania, from Virginia, from North Carolina. There are places that aren't too far away. So it is kind of like a travel heavy hub.
I love that. And you guys host knit nights and stuff, right? Craft nights?
Yeah, every Wednesday and then every first Saturday.
We do first Saturdays because there are those places that are a little bit further out.
Yeah.
And so if you're a little bit further, sometimes coming on a Wednesday night's too hard.
Sure.
So we wanted to make sure that we had a little community space for makers to still be able to come even on weekends.
That's so great.
And then the downtown area usually will stay open and do different themed things.
On Saturdays?
On the
Saturdays
first
of the month.
Saturday.
Oh, it's a thing.
Yeah. They made a fire and ice where they do ice sculptures one day for the different Saturdays in the year.
I'm not even kidding about wanting to live here, you guys. It sounds so cute. It is really beautiful.
I'm not distracted and playing on my phone, but I can't read the comments from the iPad. It's a little further away, so I am going to have the phone in front of me, you guys, because we really want to interact with you guys and still have a great chat with these gorgeous
I'm
gals.
looking at the comments. I see our friend Kim, who is here already. Hi, Kim. I'm surprised you're not sick of us.
Totally. That's so funny.
And I see Sweden. Hello, Sweden. If you guys have any questions, definitely put them in the chat. We've been just having the best time. Do you guys have that color here that was on the table?
Yes, I think we have.
So when we arrived today, we were so graciously hosted by all of the Magpies. They went out of their way. The first thing we ended up seeing was a brand new colorway called Canadian Tuxedo.
Oh my gosh, can you believe? I'm coming in, people. This is on their swanky DK, sock and DK. But it's such a great combo of those blues.
Denim on denim.
See? I don't know why they thought it was Canadian here in my jean shirt. It's so gorgeous. And of course, that was a giant hit. It's just so beautiful. Your bases, you have sort of the gamut, right?
Yeah.
We've got non-superwash wool and lovely cashmere things and stuff like that. Do you have a base that people mostly come in for?
So Swanky is our the base that everybody loves to drape. It's so soft to skins. That's the one that most people are looking for.
So nice.
But they do get excited about some of our other ones as well. Equinox has really started to take off.
This was
for
her
us. This is
year.
our silk
Yeah,
and linen blend.
Equinox.
What is that, babe?
Tell me about that one.
Equinox is.
She has it right there.
Yes, it's our linen silk blend, and she's very scrumptious.
Oh,
It's
Kiki.
softer on your hands because the linen
Yeah.
silk kind of helps break down that linen.
So this is something, would you consider it like a summery
Yes.
choice?
Mhm.
Like that's a cooler yarn. For,
Definitely a transitional season.
And some people just don't care for wool,
Yeah.
right? And I'm actually loving knitting with
Oh, that's
linen,
beautiful.
but this is next level with all the silk. This is not just a
Tactical.
regular
It
linen.
like glows a little. The silk helps it to almost glow.
Yeah,
Which I
so,
really, really love. And it
see,
does make it
This
like
top that's
easier on your
behind
hands.
me is out of it.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Mhm.
And what color is that
mustard.
one?
That one's Tupelo honey.
That's really beautiful.
She's so pretty.
It's
I
really
love her.
beautiful. I'm such a goldy yellow fan, and I'm
Yeah.
never sure if it's my color or whatever that means, but I love it, and I want to wear it all the time.
You should.
Do you guys have such a trouble, like, do you have a million whips? I want to know, when you work in a store like this, I would be wanting to cast on everything, like something new every week.
It's problematic.
It's a candy store.
It's problematic
It is.
because you, especially us being on the studio side mostly, because then we're like developing colors and stuff. We're like, ooh, I have to
I
catch
know.
the sun.
I know.
Ooh. Like even doing Canadian Tuxedo, I was like, I think I want to cast something else on, but I have too many.
Did you just think to yourself, oh yeah, nailed it. This is going to be a great sweater, right? This is going to
Yeah.
be so good.
Yeah.
So you guys spend a lot of your time in the dye studio?
Yes.
Yeah.
Ooh,
We're
behind the
mostly over there.
scenes. I
Yes.
love that.
You guys wear many hats here.
Yeah.
Yes.
You have front of the house, back of the house.
In
It's a
between
small
the house.
team.
Yeah.
I think people think that, well, for a lot of indie dyers, they think it's a much larger team
Sure.
than it
Yeah.
is. But there's only 4 full-time people at the studio doing all of it.
Wow.
And then we have like a full-timer here, and then a couple people that help out. But that's really it.
That is hard to believe.
Yeah,
You
I
know,
know.
when we think Magpie, it's a big name and a big yarn, and people love it for so long.
Yeah.
So that is surprising to
Yeah.
hear that there's just
It's just a
small
couple
team.
of us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome to hear, like behind the scenes stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's tell them what we're wearing because people always want to know as soon as they see us, what on earth are you wearing?
Do you even know what you're wearing?
No. So I'm going to rely on my beautiful friends to tell me what I'm wearing.
Okay, you go.
You are wearing the Meant to Be shawl by Miss Juanita of That One Crocheter. So she is heavy in her plume era and
This is-
has been wanting to use plume in and with everything. And Solo, I feel like is a slept on base. It's
It is.
our single ply merino. I love it.
Don't you think a single ply is so great for a
I
shawl?
love it.
Like the drapiness.
I love it so much.
And
yeah.
the way that single plies take color, because
Mhm.
like the ply kind of adds a little bit of like
Almost
density
like
to it,
a
like it
halo.
almost like covers it just a little.
Yeah.
And so when it doesn't have any of that ply, it just grabs that color so well.
Okay.
And so nicely. I love every single color.
Yeah.
When you look at it until you're like, like it's like,
I
almost
know.
singing.
The stitch pattern is beautiful. I'm a very new crocheter,
Mm-hmm.
but I think I might. Is this tough? This looks like I
You
might be
couldn't
able
do
to do
it.
it. It's beautiful.
What did she just say?
She said, I said it's beginner. Jody's like, no, you can't do that.
This is a beginner-friendly pattern,
Is it?
guys. Yes, and
Okay,
I have
good.
to say, this is by our friend Juanita, who is a magpie. This is
Yeah.
the pattern. This is
Juanita.
amazing.
Do you want to come talk about the stitch pattern real quick?
Yes. Okay, good.
Yeah.
We got the designer right here, you guys.
Yeah.
This is really fun.
Tell us your inspiration and tell us what you were thinking when you started designing the show.
So it's the same thing they were talking about colors like inspiring things.
Mm-hmm.
We were debating creating a new color and we're talking about mischief, and then my brain was like, what would Ice and Mint look like
Yeah.
as one? So then I was like, oh, pretty. And then
Can you show this up close, please?
I was like, well, Solo doesn't get enough love as she should because she's
Mm-hmm.
really pretty. So then I decided to see what Solo and Plume would look like,
You can see a
and
little bit of that glow.
So you
Yeah.
held
Yeah.
the solo, the
Yes,
single
the
ply,
with the
100% superwash merino
Yes.
with a strand of, is it lace weight?
Yes. Yes.
So this is plume, you guys. We are going to
This is
talk.
what we've been drooling
No.
over.
We are going to talk about plume because it's crazy amazing. So this is a lace weight fluffy yarn. You know, there's the cereal alpacas and the mohairs. This one is 75% cashmere, 25% silk,
Yes.
100%. Holy cow. It is so, so
right.
soft. So you can hold it with anything.
Anything.
Yes.
Yeah.
All things by
Anything.
itself, double.
What is the name of it? Remind us the name of this.
It's called Meant to Be, as in mint, like a mint condition,
Like
Mint,
mint.
M-I-N-T.
like you eat.
Mint to be, M-I-N-T.
Mint, the number 2 and the letter B.
Oh,
Meant
cute.
To
Okay.
Meant to be.
Yes.
Well,
Yes,
it's
she's beginner friendly. She's all single crochet, double and chains.
I can do that.
Yep.
I can totally do that.
Thank
Yes,
you,
you can. I
Juanita.
believe in you.
You're
Okay.
such a beautiful designer.
I love the cheerleading. I
Yeah.
love it. Absolutely
Thank you,
gorgeous.
Juanita.
Okay, let me show you what I'm wearing, you guys, really quickly. It is basically a slice of heaven because it is just the plume by itself. It's a one skein lacy shawl called Pluma Morada. I tied it in a knot. Who am I? It's my deal. Okay, here we go. It is really pretty. It's one of those smaller shawls and honestly light as air. You can look at it. You can
Oh, it is
see
light as
through
air.
it and yet warm as can be. I can't even really wear it anymore. It was so
Really?
warm. Yes, this is so warm.
The cashmere.
But that's a great thing, right? A light thing that'll keep you a little bit warm. You don't need a big chunky shawl or heavy wool. This is by Joji Locatelli. And one skein of plume will get you this
I didn't
giant
even know
shawl.
about this pattern.
You
She made this while she was here. She was working on it. So when she was here, we got to see it in
Oh,
process. It
I
was really
love
fun.
that.
You're gonna start at the like skinny end here and build your triangle out at the end. And you can literally use every little tiny centimeter of your cashmere silk yarn. I love a one
Is this a
skeiner.
one-of-a-kind color?
That's Velvet
This one
Underground.
says it is, but.
Oh, let's call it Velvet Underground because that's the name of the color.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
We are
No.
perfectionists. So
Perfect.
sometimes the color will be like a little off and we're like, oh, it's terrible
I know.
color, but one of a kind. And then someone else will walk in the room and be like, all right,
It's the
what's
same
happening?
It's
the same
super
thing.
close
I
to
love
my
it.
eyeballs,
Yeah.
right? So this would give you the exact same
Yeah.
look, right?
And it's one skein.
I love a one skein.
It's one skein.
Hey,
Yeah.
can we talk about trends with your community knitters?
Yeah.
What do you see a lot of one thing over another? Like, is it color work, or do people want non-superwash, or do they want one skein shawls or socks, or what's going on here at Magpie?
I don't know that there's like a specific trend. I think that in the same way as with like the online making community, like you'll see those things where people, you know, when Andrea launched her Rhinebeck sweater,
Sure.
people are coming in and really wanting to make that.
Thea
But
sweater.
Thea's sweater,
Had
the
a lot
moccasin
of
that just
people
came
coming
out.
in like, where's the nest?
Oh,
Yeah,
good.
yeah, which is lovely because then people, you know, want to try out some of the different bases
Yeah.
that we have. But I think we have like a really good variety of makers.
That's
of, like
awesome.
all because we have a lot of crocheters here.
Do
We
you?
have a
Yeah.
lot of crocheters
That's
in our
great.
making
I would
community.
say like our stitch night is probably, depending on the season, it gets almost like heavier crocheters
Love
than
that.
it is
Yeah.
knitters.
Yeah,
Crochet's
I
not
love
talked about
hearing
it as
that.
much,
I
so I
love
like it.
It
hearing
is,
that.
yeah. And
Yeah.
Juanita is like a big part of that because she's out here making sure everyone knows how to crochet, like that they feel confident in their crochet
Yeah.
and like being like, no,
Yeah.
you can do this other thing. Trust me.
Aw.
her
Trust me.
class
you can do
fills
it."
up
Yeah.
every single month.
Mm-hmm.
You have a crochet class?
She has a
Yes.
crochet 101. We
Every
have a
month.
crochet 101 and a knitting 101 every single month, and then different classes throughout.
Our
I was just gonna
waitress
say.
was interested in our making and came to hear that she has dabbled in crochet but isn't confident. We said, come take Juanita's class.
Yeah, our waitress at lunch.
Oh my gosh!
And
Yeah.
she's looking at your knitting, and I was like, do you live here? Do you know what kind of a yarn shop you have down the street?
A block away.
Yeah, and she's like, oh, well, I just have all these silly questions. I said, you totally don't.
No, there's
They're
no
the
such thing.
nicest gang over there. You gotta go.
Oh,
So
thank
she'll
you.
be coming, and she was really sweet.
Yeah.
Perfect. Yeah.
Yes, and Juanita just started teaching Tunisian crochet.
Yeah.
I would take
Class.
that.
Yeah, her class, they were obsessed. The last class that she did, it was the first one, and they all
I
came
really
back
wanna
and
learn
She's
were
a
like,
gem. I would take anything.
I
from
really
her.
want to learn that.
Yeah.
Do you want to tell us what you're wearing, you guys?
Yes, I am wearing Shay Johnson's new Marlena Rib sweater that she just came out with. She
Marlena Rib.
knits so fast, and I still haven't finished my first sample, but she finished 3.
No
No.
way.
Yes.
What yarn did you use?
She, for this sample, she used Swanky Sock,
Fingering held double.
fingering held double.
Oh,
So she
tomorrow.
A nice big gauge.
Hot Tamale and Paloma are summer colors.
That
Oh,
combo is so good.
It's a really
It's
good
very Chanel-esque.
and that's Shay.
Okay.
That is
I
Shay.
love it.
Yes.
Oh my gosh,
With
I
the
love
buttons,
it.
yeah.
so good. I love it, love it.
I love those crisp, is it a twisted rib? What is that?
No, it's
Just a rib.
just plain ribbing.
plain
yeah,
ribbing.
held double here. The panel, the placket is held single,
Okay,
and then she added like the little detail, which when I saw it, I was very jealous, so I had to add detail to mine.
the little
Folded.
solid
Yes.
cast, yeah.
Mhm.
Well, it
Oh,
looks
I love
amazing.
it.
I love the texture of it. I love the beautiful
know.
buttons.
Yeah.
That's a great
It looks
pattern.
beautiful. I love that.
Yeah,
Oh,
Shay did a
gorgeous.
really good job.
Okay.
Yay, Shay!
Yes.
I am wearing the Stowaway sweater. This is the Wool and Pine Designs.
I never saw this in person.
Yeah.
It's spectacular.
Isn't it so fun?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So this is using our swanky DK, and that's what it was designed in.
Okay.
And so their version, like the original version, has a kangaroo pocket.
Yes.
That's what this
yeah.
sweater is.
Yes.
Okay.
But I decided I didn't want to do the kangaroo pocket because that's the best thing about knitting is that you can make it
For sure.
however
Yeah.
you want
Yeah.
it in any of those. So I didn't do that, and I just did. But the color around the sleeves was so fun, and it was so fun putting all the different colorways
The color
together.
palette's beautiful.
Yeah.
What colors did you use?
So these colors, so Stag Bunny, that's my favorite neutral that we
Is
have.
it?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I love Stag Bunny. I make a lot of stuff in that one as like my neutral. And then this like really nice tealy blue is Follow You Into the Dark.
Mm-hmm.
And then I have Desert Rose
Okay.
right here. And then Spicy Beaver is in here. And then a little bit of 501s, which is a color that's similar in your Canadian tuxedo.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's a
little
really
copper
nice
blue.
color palette.
I love this sweater.
Do you have kits for that?
So
I
we
saw some smaller packages.
So we couldn't do kits because it's so choose your own adventure.
Range, yeah.
And so if you wanted to have a kangaroo pocket versus if you didn't want to
Sure.
do that, and so it just kind of and
Yeah.
there were so many color options, and then like this blue it almost shows up not at all. You barely need any.
Right.
So there was a lot of ability to do some stash busting with it, and so we decided to just tell you exactly how many grams you needed of everything
Yeah,
to
sure.
make these, and then we would help you kind of create and curate a kit with you here or via a virtual visit.
I was just gonna say, when we arrived this evening, Juanita was doing a virtual visit with someone. Like, if you don't live near Magpie and you really want to get a color consultation, or you want to see some yarn up close, like right into the screen there, you can totally book one, right?
Yeah.
How do we do that?
And we give you like a whole tour too. So just on the website at the very bottom of the homepage,
Okay.
we have it in a whole bunch of places so you can't miss it. So bottom of the homepage, or if you click visit us, there's a thing right there for
Okay.
visits as well. And it's
I
at the
think
bottom
that's
of
a great
every
idea.
newsletter.
That's a great idea.
So
It's much easier.
Not only will she help you pick out colors, she'll suggest colors for you. She can put a palette together. She can suggest some They're so knowledgeable here, you guys. They will hold your hand from start to finish. It's amazing.
Yeah, it's hard sometimes putting together colors in a little square off of a colorway on a website. It's really nice to see them laying down next to each other and all that.
It
kind of
is,
stuff.
especially because
Yeah.
sometimes like the blues or the pinks, and you're like, I can't
Yes.
quite tell
Yes.
where this falls in the rainbow. Can
Yeah.
you
Yes.
help me?
And you guys know your colors so well.
Yeah.
So it's probably easy for you to just go, these four look great together.
Yes.
Do you like that palette?
Or
If you-
tell us like a color that you
Yeah.
really, really want, and we'll kind of build
Around
around that.
I know. Isn't that just the greatest thing about having a local yarn shop? All this
Yeah.
experience. And you must love doing that for customers.
It's the best part.
Yeah.
It's the best part, and like it's really fun to like hear them talking about like how much they love these colors, and it makes it 10 times easier to go in and do that job every single day.
Yeah.
So
It is definitely a store that is not just yarn, even though that would be thrilling for me. Not just yarn.
We don't need anything else.
I cannot believe all the other crafts you guys have, and all
Oh,
the
yeah.
beautiful stationery you have, and the hilarious greeting cards, and the candles.
Cheeky.
This is kind of like, there's a big element of gift things
Yeah.
in here.
So you must get lots of shoppers come that aren't crafters.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And part of that is because one, we're all very much into everything.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like I feel like Damie as a person is very much into everything, and so are we. We all just kind of feed off of that, and we're just like, no, but we can do everything.
Right. Like, we should bring that in, because I really want one.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
exactly.
Um,
If
and
you
then
like
the
it, we think
other-
everyone will.
The other thing is that some people travel through here, so you get a lot of people who don't
Yes.
necessarily knit or
Right.
crochet, but want to like start or gifts to someone in the holiday season,
Sure.
or like do watercolor or like
Yes.
something else, just
Yeah.
to like get that creative juices going.
I am that person. I walked over there and saw these watercolor kits and went, I have
They're
no
so good.
talent whatsoever, but I
They're
really
so
want
good.
to do this.
Yeah,
And it would just be fun, right?
yeah, it is.
The other night when we came in, I fell in love with this candle.
Oh my
It
gosh.
says, smells like I have too many whips, but I'm casting on again anyways.
Yeah.
And it's delicious. So a little bit, oh, that smells so good.
A cheerleader candle for all of us knitters.
Yeah, it's just like, yeah, I totally relate to that. Of course I need that candle.
So while we were shopping around this weekend, we were looking at the palette, and we were reminded of the color sense that the Magpies have is next to none. The colorways that they have created and come up with, specifically, you guys, do you guys remember these beaver?
How can
The
you
beaver collection? You guys remember OG Bougie Beaver,
Yeah.
right? That's the perfect blushy beige pink. What do you
Is
guys
that
call
what you
this?
call it? What would you, I
Yeah.
call those dirty pinks, but that's probably wrong.
Well, you know what? There is no wrong answer. It's whatever you think it looks
What
like.
would you call it?
It's kind of like a rose gold
Yeah.
blush, but it is a neutral. It's like a neutral.
I think so too.
It's a neutral pink for sure.
I would
Especially when you
never
put it
not
next to
love that
Desert
color.
Rose. Desert Rose is very much like going into that more.
See, this is
pink.
desert rose. That's
Oh,
what
yes.
this pink is.
Yeah.
So
So
corally
this is much
kinda,
more like
salmony, or
Yeah.
what do you
Yeah.
call that?
yeah. This is much.
So more warm.
Yes, this
Yeah.
has a lot more warmth to it.
But what I did fall in love with this weekend, and that I purchased on the singles, you guys, I'm gonna hold plume and I'm gonna hold singles for a sweater.
can't wait.
It's incredible. But of course, I had to have queen beef. So this is
I didn't even know this was a thing.
Queen Beaver. Would you-
Okay.
Thank you.
I'm Vanna. Hello. Here we go,
Queen
everybody.
Beaver is my colorway.
I love
It is a
her.
steely grayish, not
Queen
not
Beaver.
purplish.
Tell me-
Yeah,
tell-
it's like it's such an odd color. Like that base in and of itself is like almost changes in different lights. But yeah, it's very steely blue.
Oh.
But then the speckles on it, there are some purple speckles on it that kind of bring out some of
Pull
those
it,
purple.
yeah.
And is that gold or green or what is in there? That's
It's a
so,
gold.
so beautiful. Yeah.
Tracie, this was
I
a
love
color
that.
I'd love for you to show because you were debating. You have that in your basket.
I do. Well, of course I do. This is Ghost Town.
She's so good.
Come on, right?
And
Now,
it's
what is
silver.
peachy base? What is this? How do we talk about
Neutral?
Ghost Town?
Ghost Town is a neutral base, but her speckles will sometimes kind of tint her, make her a little bit warmer.
Okay.
Oh, she's
Yeah.
good.
It's a good neutral speckle.
It is a
Yeah.
good neutral speckle. Her and
It's
Pear
warm,
Shade.
right? Like I look at this
It's
and think this is
warm.
not
Yeah, yeah,
cream
yeah.
or gray or any of that stuff, but it's got the warmth.
It's definitely warmer.
It's always interesting dyeing a solid and then wanting to put speckles on top because you're gonna get something
Okay.
completely different
So-
depending on the powder.
So this is the same color on two different bases. This is Swanky DK and this is Plume. I mean, it's just, come on. Yes, this one called my name.
This one is Dream Beaver.
Okay, oh, you guys. You know, I look at these and think, yeah, that's a sweater.
Right.
I love
Whoa.
Beaver.
Or a cowl or a one skein, whatever, but you just can't go wrong. I love, like these delicate tiny baby speckles, you
Put that
guys.
next to it, Trace. This is Swanky Beaver. Bougie Beaver, sorry. Bougie Beaver.
So there's
Shade
Bougie,
Yes.
Dream Beaver, and Bougie Beaver. They're best friends.
They are best friends.
Look
So
at that. That is, and you know that bit of cashmere, you guys? I will
It
always
makes
love
It makes a
it.
difference.
It's just decadent and beautiful. And I'll be
It's so
honest, I made socks out of Swanky sock, and they are great. They're not wearing holes, but they feel
good to hear.
the nicest. Is it?
Yeah. Well, the nylon helps to give it a little bit of.
It totally
Yeah.
does.
oomph.
But I've used them especially for gift socks. People love a little sock with a bit of cashmere, right?
Oh
Yeah.
my God, we're just like pulling off the shelf. It's
And
like,
you-
oh, I want to show this and this. It's so.
It's literally like Willy Wonka, like Candyland in here
Yay.
for knitters, makers, yarn lovers, crafty people.
Yeah.
I also love your logo, or your sort of, what is this? Your
Tagline.
tagline,
Yeah.
making matters.
Yeah.
right? Don't we all
And
feel so
everybody.
strongly about that?
Yes.
How long have you been making stuff?
Almost 10 years now.
Okay.
What
So that's
got-
pretty recent, right?
Yeah.
For
What-
me too, it's recent.
What got you into it?
My best friend, she was like, oh, I'm gonna go and like start knitting, and I was like, what do you mean? That's
I want to
what
go.
are you talking about? And she's like, no, you're gonna learn how to knit now. And I was like, I don't know about that. And she's like, yes, you're gonna take a little trip to Michael's, and I'm gonna get you this very easy pattern. You're gonna learn how to knit and to purl. I will help you bind off. I'll help you cast on, and you're gonna work on just basket weave. You're gonna do 4 knits, 4 purls. Do this for a lot.
Forever.
I love your friend.
Yes. And then I finished and I was like, oh my God, now what else do you have? What was this?
Yeah.
Was so much fun.
Yeah.
And it's amazing to like watch a thing grow.
Yeah.
And
Doesn't it feel great? Like I really, and we say it a lot, this community is like no other.
yeah.
Like every person we met this weekend is apart from a couple with someone we've never met before.
Yeah.
But you instantly feel a connection and that you're friends.
Yeah.
It's
so
wonderful.
easy to talk about.
It really is.
Which
And when have you always been a maker?
No, I have not. I also started probably like 11 years ago, 11,
Wow.
12 years ago. Yeah, and I got.
And what was your first, was it knitting that you got into?
It was the knitting. So I've always been like crafty, artsy, like took a lot of art classes and stuff.
Mhm.
But for some reason, I saw something somewhere and I was like, I'm gonna learn how to knit. And I was, frequent in Joann's anyway.
Yeah.
So I went in there and I bought the, I don't want to cut Stitch and Bee, that book.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
That was
Yeah.
a biggie.
Yeah, by Debbie
Like
Comer.
one of the earliest
Yeah.
things, right?
Yeah. So I
Stitch
got
and
that.
Bitch?
Yeah, Stitch
Is
and
that what
Bitch.
it's called?
Yeah,
Is that
yeah.
Learn to Knit?
Yeah. It teaches you how to knit, and so I got that, and then I
Tracie
used
was
some
knitting
stuff
for
on
dummies.
YouTube.
Yeah.
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 But that's how I taught myself how to do it. My mom and my grandmother, they didn't do any of that, so I
Okay.
had to teach myself.
That's yeah. And then it's like, what did we do before?
Did
we
you
can't
feel like
even
it was an
remember.
urgency? Like,
No.
I just want to learn how to knit?
Yes, I just needed to
I
learn.
felt like that too.
I needed to learn it.
Yeah, I
And
don't know where that
made
comes from.
the craziest
You got bullied
scarf.
into it.
I got a very
Yeah.
loving bullying, and then I was like, this is.
She just
why would I
knew
not
what,
do this anyway.
she
Yeah.
knew what was right for you.
I mean, she
And
also.
now our job is to lovingly bully people into
Exactly.
making
There
it.
you go.
Yeah, she bullied me also into Rhinebeck. She was like, what are you doing tomorrow? And I was like, nothing. And she was like, be ready by 5 and just get in the car. Shh. And I was like,
Yeah.
well,
Bring a big empty tote bag.
don't
Yeah.
worry about it. Just get in the car. And it was amazing.
You pulled something off the shelf. I'd love for
I
you to
did.
show us.
I fell in love with these.
Oh my God. So these 2 are a set. It's a hat and a cowl.
You guys would not believe this. Feel.
1 skein of plume in each color.
We'll do
Makes
both.
We'll do both.
Oh, one skein,
In
the
each
whole
one.
set.
Yeah. And I think she still had a little bit left over. I don't
It
understand.
goes
The
on.
math of plume still doesn't make sense to me because I always feel like it just goes so much further.
It's airy, like the gauge is
is,
airy,
yeah.
but because of the fluff, it's like filled out, so it doesn't
Right.
feel ridiculous.
So your bigger stitches are getting filled in together with all that fluffy stuff.
It's so soft.
Isn't it so soft? And it's crazy warm.
Yeah.
Oh, you guys, I'm honestly telling you, it feels like nothing.
You can, I mean, it weighs nothing. I don't even know. I mean, I guess it weighs 50 grams.
This is
or
designed by
something.
Damien.
No, 25
Yes,
grams.
25?
Mm-hmm.
How, 25 per skein?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Grams, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, well,
Right,
this is
right,
stunning.
right.
This is just stunning, you
Yeah.
guys.
This
This pattern can be found on Ravelry.
Yeah, it's
Yes.
the
oh,
plumeria.
good.
Plumeria
The plumeria.
by Damie Hunter.
If you buy 2 skeins of plume on the website and in your notes you say I'm getting this for the plumeria set, we'll also just send you the
Oh,
the,
I love
the
that.
patterns for free.
Put in your notes at checkout. You would love the pattern if you've got 2 skeins in your cart.
And there's so many colors of plume.
Oh my gosh,
You
yeah.
guys have a rainbow.
Oh yeah.
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 can never not- we always try to
did a really
take
good
colors
job
away.
with the detail, the crown detail.
Yeah.
Because it also is like a little flower.
That's
Yeah.
really pretty.
Don't you
So
love the
cute.
crown?
Yeah, it took her a second. She was like, I'm gonna figure this out.
Damien loves a puzzle.
She loves a puzzle.
So she loves the
and she
crowns
loves
of
the
hats.
Guys.
Who doesn't
Yeah.
love a gorgeous hat crown though?
And she
That's
loves
very
that.
satisfying.
I know, and it's gonna be on your head all the time, so it might as well
Right.
be beautiful.
You're never ever gonna see it. It's just gonna
Exactly.
be appreciated by people
Exactly.
walking by you.
Yeah.
You guys, that's spectacular.
It's beautiful. I love
Do you guys knit gifts for other or crochet gifts for people? Or oh, I hear giggling in the background from one of them.
Sometimes my husband, I'll give him, a hat maybe once or twice a year.
That's nice.
It, that's-
Depends who you
that's
are.
about it.
Yeah.
What about you?
I knit for my, I knit like hats and gloves and stuff for the
Yeah.
kids, and my husband is bald, and so he needs the swanky, and he only likes the swanky now. He's very bougie, and he wants the swanky hat.
He's
Of
got
course he
great
does.
That's
taste.
his favorite.
Of course he
Who
does.
wouldn't want the cashmere hat once you
Yeah.
get a cashmere hat?
Yeah.
I didn't want any wool, like the scratchier wool, even though in Canada that's a good thing. I will definitely bring home some yarn to make my husband a nice
A
DK
bougie hat.
Bougie hat. He'll
Yes.
appreciate
Is
it.
this available on the website?
It is right
Okay,
now.
good.
Oh, good.
We didn't mention that, but there's none in the shop, but it's available to order online in Fingering and DK. Okay, guys, what's on your needles? You don't have to show us, but what is up and coming? What are you knitting with? What's your next pattern?
See 'em.
I am actually, I can give you a little sneak
Show us.
peek. So Brienne Moody is launching a pattern on Friday, and it's been crazy busy, so I'm not as far along as I should be on this, but I am actually using
I cannot.
Solo Mesa,
Oh.
I haven't seen
I
this
know.
yet.
Wow.
and Plume Desert Rose.
No,
And it's
but
like a
she's
marled, it's a
been working on it,
sweater,
secret.
and it's a lace yoke
Oh my gosh,
with
can I
these
just have
balloon
this for half a
sleeves,
sec?
yeah, with
Okay.
balloon sleeves. So
I
it's
am
solo
such a
and-
fan of a
Lovely.
marl.
Yeah.
Those
That's
are
gonna be a
beautiful
good
I
together.
love them.
And the lace is so pretty.
I love layering bases that are the same color but very different.
Yeah, I love a tone on tone.
Oh,
It's
that's
so
so
beautiful.
good.
Yeah, I'm a sucker for tone
How
on
long is
tone.
that gonna take you? Is this something that you're gonna be?
Once I get through the yoke and it's just knitting,
Yeah.
I can go, and I'll make my husband drive anywhere that I need to go so that I can knit in the car as fast and furiously as I can. But yeah, I just gotta get through the yoke really fast because it launches on Friday, and I don't think I'll be
You
done.
don't have to be done.
I don't have to be done, but she did hers. You can, if you go to her Instagram,
Okay.
you can see a picture, and so she did the golden colors. So she did the same situation of a tone on tone, and she's using Gold Digger, which is like a lighter,
Yes.
brighter yellow, and then the Tupelo, which is that deeper one.
Which one's the plume?
I think that the plume is the Tupelo.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was looking at the Gold Digger today.
Oh, it's such a good
And you have
yellow.
Tupelo Extra. What's the difference between Tupelo and Tupelo Extra?
So the Tupelo honey was the original color,
Yeah.
and then we decided that it looked better darker. So then we had Tupelo honey and Tupelo extra, and then we got rid of Tupelo honey because we try to go in and call
Really?
some colors sometimes because we get a little carried away with the colors occasionally.
No.
We're like, we have like 800. We have to get rid of some of
It's
these.
your job.
I know. And so we had gotten rid of that one, so we were going to call this one, but then people have stuff in their stash, so we didn't
Yeah.
want to change the
Yeah.
name, so we just kept Tupelo extra.
Okay. Stunning. I was
This is
looking
it.
at them both today.
Isn't it so
Oh,
pretty?
can I share?
Yes.
Oh
Okay,
my
here.
gosh.
Okay, that's awesome. I would love
I'm
to knit
so
that.
excited. Her stuff's
Here's
so
the
cool.
sweater that's coming up.
It's gonna be so good.
Will you have kits? Or
Oops.
do you just have people with the
This
artist
will
and
be
pick up?
Can you
easier
see
to
that
make
little
a
bit of a
kit.
lace yoke?
Yes.
So this
Go
we can't
follow
make it.
Brienne Moody on Instagram and you'll get a
She
good look at that.
also very funny. So we do
Wow.
our Beavalong, I know, our Beavalong cow
Yeah.
every year. And so one year she did a actual like beaver color work. It was like an actual beaver that she charted,
Oh,
and she used I think Queen Beaver.
Queen
in
Beaver.
her.
That's hilarious.
Yeah. She did
Tell
it
me
for-
about the beavers.
how did the beaver come about?
Okay.
And it's so funny to talk about beaver, it's never gonna get old.
It's never gonna
It's
get old.
not.
My favorite thing ever, we have these Magpie shirts, so on the back they say Big Beaver Energy.
Yes, I saw
And we
that.
have some older ladies that'll come in and be like, what does that mean? And I'm like, it's exactly what you think it means. And they're like, I would like one. And I'm
Yes,
like, "This is my
everybody wants
favorite,"
one.
Yeah. So the beaver was just, you've met Damie. Damie has a great frickin' sense of humor. She's hilarious. And so they had made the first color, which was Eager Beaver. And then they had a darker one, and she had gone to a concert with a band called Evil Beavers. And she said that the band was terrible, but their merch was fantastic. And so when she saw the darker one, she was like, oh, we're calling it Evil Beavers. And then from there, we went into Beaver Mayhem. And just like everything was beavers. It was hilarious.
Spicy beaver.
It was Spicy Beaver, Bougie Beaver, Evil Beavers
It's all
at
a full
Twilight.
women team.
Yes, yep. And so we just have a blast with it, and then we do our Beave Along, which is our knit along every single year, which is my favorite.
What is that?
So it's It's utter chaos, which is my favorite. So we just do it on Facebook. The amount of puns that are happening in that Facebook group are enough to carry us through the entire year. It's hilarious. And all you have to do is use one beaver colorway in your project.
Yeah.
That's it. And so it's so fun to see the different things that people are making. We had somebody did, and she just picked it up, so we don't have it here. But she did a weaving. She wove.
Yeah.
she wove this insanely stunning thing out of so many of our beaver colorways, and she let us have it here to showcase for a little pal. But she did it for the Bee Belong. But it's fun to see all the different projects, because most knit-alongs are one project, but this is fun because it's all these different projects, but using one of the beaver colors.
I love that.
Yeah.
So, do you just come upon a new color and go, well, that's a beaver? Or do you have a little meeting and say, we need to add a new beaver? And where does the color palette come from? Because Queen Beaver is very different than the other beavers.
So part of that was inspiration from Brienne, because she was working on that pattern, and Sam kept saying, I kind of want something like icy, Narnia-y,
I was like, give me the Narnia.
yeah,
beavers.
and
Okay.
Sam's always here for a good mood board, and then from
Yes.
there we'll kind of be like, well, what about this, this, or this, or this, and then we'll just kind of play with it until we're like, this is the most amazing thing we've ever
Right?
seen.
Yeah, and some of them
Yes.
will only have, if we create new ones, we'll leave it out for the knit-along itself and then take away. Like we had Caliente Beaver.
Oh, I don't think I've seen that one.
We had, what was the other one?
Boys and Beaver.
Boys and Beaver.
Adela
So-
wants to know, is there a black beaver?
Oh,
She
there
dyed
is!
black.
She
I have a skein of that at home.
I
Yeah.
do too. I have 3 because I've been waiting for like the perfect
Yeah.
pattern for that yarn. But then when I started working here, we were dyeing Canadian beaver,
Yes.
and then
I was getting
that
that.
was yes, and that
That's
was
awesome.
part of how we came up with Essence of Beaver.
Yes.
For-
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I was like, oh no, we have to do
They're
a
the
new
I
silver
cannot
color.
wait to share that color. These ladies dyed an exclusive color for our VIP stitch night. Everybody got a swag bag with all kinds of goodies, and the yarn was a sock set or whatever set with a mini skein. Essence of Beaver, and it
Yeah.
was so perfect. I can't wait to share it for you guys. But it was a special thing for this weekend.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
All
that's
the beaver puns.
oh my
Thea
goodness.
Coleman
Listen,
will come through with insane, and I'm like, girl, what? And she's
Yeah.
like, no, you need to make
Thea
color.
Coleman loves the Beaver
Yes.
Belong.
Does she?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's one of her favorites.
Do you
She's
call it the
crazy.
Beaver Long?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh my god, it's so good.
Yeah.
now,
the
is
Beaver
that
Belong.
the favorite part of your job? The whole color theory and giving birth to a new
Giving birth?
color.
It is
'Cause
when
it's
it
not
works out
easy,
the
right?
way you want it to.
Yeah.
Sometimes you find a color and you're like, this is, do I even know what color looks like? This is all trash. Throw it all away. And that's when I hate it. But most of the time, when it works out the way you want it to, like Canadian Tuxedo, I was like,
See? Perfection.
Yeah.
I know exactly what I'm doing. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
You guys, it's so good. It's so
I
good.
would wonder if Juanita would share, when we arrived yesterday, Juanita was wearing the cutest little crochet tee.
Yes.
And I came to know that Juanita is a published designer,
Yeah.
and this was another one of her patterns.
I'm gonna stand
Oh,
behind.
no.
Juanita, you come sit here
Oh, okay.
if you would like. Come on in.
Here, I'll move.
I don't want to take your seat.
No, it's good. You're fine.
You sure?
So,
I could stand.
tell me
tallish.
about this sweater, and would you mind putting it on?
Okay, first, I don't
Here,
mind
hold
putting it
this.
on. We're gonna figure out how to
You guys, it's so
if I can get it over
cute.
my hair.
It's so cute. So this is using this amazing plume that is the cashmere fluff angel cloud. Is it held double?
Yes.
Okay.
So this is another one of those situations where the yarn inspired the project. When we first decided we wanted to test speckles on plume, it's so soft. I just keep touching.
I know.
It's really weird because I keep doing this. It's one of those patterns where we thought when we wanted to test the speckles on plume to see how plume behaved. This was the first one we did, and I was like, "Can I have it?"
I love it.
That was literally.
I came in, I was like, "Hi guys, can I have it?" I want to make a thing, and then I came up with this because I wanted something that was airy and light and transitional that you can layer or wear as is, whatever floats your boat. And this is what I came up with, and I loved it, and Janet loved it, and Kiki loved it, and Sam loved it. I made Kiki and Janet one each.
Did you really?
Yes,
Wow.
yeah, I didn't make Sam hers yet. I might take it on the plane.
I'm
with the
patient.
secret sheet.
I'm patient. I can wait. You made a lot.
She'll get
You made a
hers.
lot.
It's designed to be beginners friendly. There's a lot of options. You can use either the plume heel double or the solo fingering or the swanky sock.
Okay, so there's lots of options to use.
And you can make it long sleeves if you're a long sleeves girl, which
Yeah.
I really want to do.
Yeah, you totally should.
Long sleeves are
You can make
great.
one long sleeve.
What color is the one you're wearing?
So this one is Paris strain. I'm gonna wobble over. This is the speckles. This is the Paris strain. She is so pretty.
She came in
Soft.
and it's like, I had a dream about holding plume.
Yes, I did.
I have to make
I saw you dying it, and
Yeah.
then I dreamt about it, and then I came. I was like, "Hey guys, so I had a dream, and
I have to have
I
this.
have to have this.
I
Can I
love
have this?" And they're like, "We'll make you some. Go ahead."
This
And
is
then
gonna, this
I
is
got
gonna be
some.
a cast on for me because
It's
I love it
so
much.
good. It's like all you can make it as scoop as you want because
Yes.
of how you seam your shoulder.
Got it.
So have some people that seam theirs higher, so it went up a little bit more, or you can seam it less, so it drops
Okay.
down a little more. You can make it as
Oh,
long as you want,
Juanita.
or as cropped as you want.
Yeah.
Our lovely Jen is very tiny, so I made hers cropped and fitted because she's a small human person. But yeah, it's great. It's bottom up. You go in the round, and then you split, and you do your front panel, your back panel. You pick up for your sleeve, so it looks seamless.
I actually have never crocheted a garment, so I love to hear the construction of this.
Yes.
And it's just turned out to be stunning. Remind us the name of it.
It is called Sheer Greatness.
Sheer. Oh, you love
I
it.
can't.
Sheer.
I love
Sheer
a pun.
I'll make sure everybody
I
knows.
like a good pun.
She loves the fun.
I'm quite funny.
But don't you think a crocheted or knitted t-shirt is so great?
It's
We all
Perfect.
need that.
Yeah.
you all need
Yeah.
one. I wore this to the bakery, the new bakery, and this girl behind the counter was like, "Is that handmade?" I was like,
Uh-huh.
"Yeah." She goes, "Did you make it?" I was like, "Yeah." She goes, "Do you work at a yarn store?" I was like, "Yeah." She goes, "Okay, I might come visit." And I was like,
Yes.
"Calm down. We want everyone. I'm trying to make
Yes.
everyone a crocheter."
Yes.
That's
I'm
the
trying to turn a
goal.
crocheter.
We're spreading it.
everyone.
If
I'm
I
just
lived
spreading it.
closer, I would come to both your crochet classes.
I will welcome you
Yeah.
to both my crochet
I would
classes.
love to.
My Tunisian crochet class is gateway for knitters. It's
Yeah.
knitters gateway
It's
to
a
crochet.
really cool
It's great.
technique, isn't it? I
Fascinating.
love the way
It's
it looks.
so different from regular crochet that I've had people that have taken my crochet 101 that have taken my Tunisian and were like, I think I like Tunisian better because there's only one motion.
Yeah,
Like where your hook goes, change it, but like the motions.
but like
just
a row
one.
of stitches, right? Not
Mhm.
just the one loop that you're
No,
working
yeah.
with.
So it's basically like casting on all your stitches and then binding off all your stitches and then casting on.
I
and then
did take
binding
a
up.
Tunisian crochet class, and it was the most fun.
It's fascinating.
Yes,
it's so
Juanita, it's
great. I
very
love it.
fun.
Your pattern is amazing.
Thank you.
And we all need one.
I
love
tried.
it.
Yeah, it's gorgeous.
Thank you.
We think you're
Well,
Do you
beautiful.
have
Yeah.
anything that you're working on right now?
I have a couple things that are in the works. I have a vest that is gonna be nest worsted. I am a prep school kid, so I like vests. It reminds
It's
me-
I love that.
It reminds me of my
Yes.
school uniform.
It's such a good
So it makes my inner child very happy. And then I have
That's
this
adorable.
dress that is in Equinox Sport. That's Sam's favorite thing I've ever made,
Yes.
I think.
Yeah.
That is coming soon.
It's my
Good.
favorite thing.
That's
That's
so-
so
you're
so
all I
beautiful.
got.
Thank you.
I looked at her.
I'm
We
smiling.
love you. We
Guys,
love you. We
You
love
kidding?
you. We
Because
love
I'm not
you.
smiling. I'm smiling. Guys.
Yeah,
I know you are. You are smiling. You're smiling. You're smiling. Yes.
All right. Well, thanks
Thank
for
you
having
for
me.
You guys are the
Juanita.
most fun to hang out with.
Yeah.
You really
Oh,
are.
Yeah, and you can find me on all the things.
Okay.
Yep.
What is your socials? What is your Ravelry?
It is that one crocheter. One word, because we had a customer that described me that.
Spelled
Number or O-N-E?
It's spelled
O-N-E.
O-N-E, so it's
That one.
that one crocheter.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm gonna follow you.
Thank you.
I gotta see what you're up to.
She's incredible.
Oh my gosh, that's awesome. And we were all in love with that, right? She was walking around in that last night.
I
Really.
know.
First of all, it's adorable, and then you get up
Second of
close.
all, I want it.
You get up close and you just want to pet her because the cashmere silk
So good.
plume is out of this world, you guys. I've never felt anything like it. Yeah.
We're gonna be bummed to leave. Okay, so being so close in this little corner of North America, are you going to Rhinebeck this year?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Do you go every year or lots of years? Okay.
Yeah,
What do you
so-
hope to do?
This is actually the first year we're not vending. So
Oh,
we
great.
normally vend at one of the indie
Yes.
festivals, and we're not this year, but we're going to go to Cake Palooza, because Robin from Yarn Birds, so she has like a little mobile yarn store truck.
Her truck is amazing.
Freaking amazing.
Isn't it?
It's like the most beautiful motorhome.
I know. And I love her. She's so fabulous. So she invited us to come hang out with her. So we're gonna go hang out with her at Kate, and then. But I'm really excited to get to go and like kind of just enjoy
Yeah.
it.
Be a shopper.
Yeah. Be a
We
shopper.
were
this
talking
time.
about the food options that we're gonna be doing.
Oh my god.
What do you do? Okay, so before we leave this, can we find Magpie in the yarn truck?
Yes. You'll
Okay,
be able
good.
to find
Okay.
Magpie in
Perfect.
the yarn
Okay,
truck.
good.
Yes.
So
Yep.
Robin, we just did a custom color for her called Rock and Robin.
Yeah.
So she'll have that on Plume and on Swanky, and then we'll have some mini. She normally doesn't carry Plume, but we're gonna take it for her for
That's
the
so
show.
nice.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So people
You
can get a
touch it.
skein.
Yes.
That's amazing. And what about you? You're so excited to go to Rhinebeck?
I love Rhinebeck.
Yeah.
Growing up on the West Coast, I didn't always like Southern California. You don't normally get the seasons.
Yeah.
So I am very basic in that way that I love the season. I love the leaves. I love the apple cider donuts. I love the
Same.
pumpkins.
Yeah.
So
Same.
I try to do like everything that I can. I love Rhinebeck because it's always the perfect temperature and leaves changing, and it's just like it feels like you're in a movie.
It's
Yes,
quintessential.
yes. Especially if
Yes.
you go to like Woodstock or even like the downtown of Rhinebeck, you're just like, I could move here.
I know.
Just for this 1 week.
It just feels like you're in a movie when you're in that part of the world at that time of year.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if people up there know how lucky they are, but it's
I know.
really special.
It feels like it gives you just main character energy.
I
And
totally
all
agree.
the and all the
Yeah.
farmers that come
Yes.
with their
Yeah.
sheep and alpaca
Yeah.
I know.
and anyway, I'm super excited
It's
to
the
go.
best.
So,
Yeah.
is there anything up and coming with Magpie, or what is coming up? Is there anything we can look forward to for the fall, or just more of your amazingness?
Well, we
A
do
couple things.
have 12 days coming up, and we've been working hard to. It's always hard to like out gift yourself.
Yeah.
So like every year we're kind of just like, well, how do we out gift ourselves? So our 12 days we start, for your 12 days of gift giving.
Yeah.
So that's coming up at the, what is it, Black Friday?
Black Friday.
Black Friday we start
Okay.
day one. So
We
that's
also
been
going to be at
exciting.
Sacred Sheep.
Yes, and
Oh.
Sacred Sheep. Yeah.
And what I'm really excited about, I already forgot, but in 2 weeks, we have some like a new palette of a specific base launching.
Oh, that sounds like such a secret.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So-
Put a pin in it.
Yeah.
Stay tuned.
So the best way to stay in touch would obviously be the newsletter.
Newsletter.
Newsletters,
Yeah.
yes.
Newsletter is definitely the best way.
Can I also say I love your lives. I love
Yes.
I love how active you guys are on social media because
too.
you're like so fun to follow.
Oh, thank you.
They are.
We always try to say that we are woozy on the outside, but do not take ourselves too seriously, like goofy on the inside.
I
'Cause,
love
like,
that.
that's how we are in
It
real
feels
life.
that here.
So let's just be genuine
Yeah.
who we are, and we're
Yeah.
not polished and we're ridiculous.
Yeah.
for that
Just
part.
winging it.
Yeah, which is our favorite. Like, we
That's
love it.
super fun. I do have another question though. I've been a Fiber Society member. Now, do you guys get to decide what
Yes.
colors and
Yeah.
decide that? That is a phenomenal yarn club.
Fiber
Yeah.
Society.
Yeah, it really is.
Thank you. So Fibres Society is our bi-monthly yarn subscription. And one of our like big things that we say a lot that I want to like drive home is that we want people to craft with intention and purpose and to feel like they are, collecting yarn is a hobby in and of itself. But we
never
always,
heard of that.
But we always want to make sure that people don't feel like, well, but what am I going to do with it? Or I don't have enough of my own options here. So we wanted something that you could curate yourself.
Mm-hmm.
So we have a variegated and a speckle option. And so you get to choose if you want to have 2 speckles of that one. You don't have to choose when you sign up. It's every time it renews.
Okay.
You get to choose, do I want 2 speckles this time? Am I leaning more towards the variegates? I want 2, or do I want one of each? And you have the option to also purchase additional skeins. So if you're like, well, I want to make a whole sweater out of this, and I can't do that out of the one,
Yeah.
then you can always buy more, and we'll make sure that all of your skeins match and all of that stuff. And then
Is
we
it a
also-
mystery?
Yes.
No.
No?
We don't have it be a mystery until, like, we'll send out like a sneak peek of it
Okay.
for people that are, renewing.
Got
and
it.
then we send out an email like blast and we put everything up for people that are gonna sign up for new colors.
Got it. So
we
we
make
know
sure.
what we're getting.
Yes.
You know what I loved is when I was in the club, there were skeins left from certain months.
Yes.
Like I could go in
Yeah.
a couple months back
Yeah.
and maybe that wasn't mine, right?
Mhm.
But I could buy that
Yeah.
skein. That was really
You
fun
get
too.
access to that secret
That
page.
was
So
really fun
for whoever signed up for this month, this session's society, it was open on October 1st, and then we just closed it. They'll have unlimited access to our most recent, and then whatever on quantity of anything else.
Of anything else.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
just again, sign up for your newsletters. People
Yes.
will know when it's coming.
Yeah.
Because you open the signups
Mhm.
and then it closes at
Yes.
some point,
Mhm.
right?
Because we have to
Yeah.
know how many we have to dye to
Sure.
get it all packaged up.
Okay.
I love a club.
Maybe I missed this, but can I get the past colors?
You
If you sign up.
Yeah, so
Oh,
if
so
you were to
if
sign
I've
up,
seen somebody in a past color and I'm not part of the club, I can't access that color.
No.
Does that mean
Got
it's
it.
only if it's left, if you have skeins left?
well,
Is that
so
how it
like if
works?
someone just signed up for these
For these
colors,
ones.
they
These are our newest
will,
ones for
we
this month.
keep it unlimited of the most recent. So
Got
the one
it.
that we just did, they can also order like they were in it
Mm-hmm.
of the most recent one.
Got it.
And then and like
yes.
anything else.
So this
is
has
just
already gone out?
already-
This has already gone out, yeah.
Okay, so
And then
here's,
past colors are retired.
Yep.
Yeah.
so here's
For the
the
vault.
variegated one. There you go,
Oh,
Fiber Society.
rich walnut.
And it'll-
Wow.
It's called Fiber Society number 39. I love
It's been
those.
30.
And this is the speckle version.
Ooh, okay. So if they sign up now, do they have access to these? Oh no, the sign up's done.
Sign up just closed.
The sign up just closed, but if they sign up for the next one, they'll have access
They'll
to
have
those.
access.
Okay.
Access to the
Yeah.
previous one.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's so good.
Okay, you guys.
The minute we walked in the door, this is what we saw hanging, you guys. I wanted to share everybody. We have been completely spoiled all weekend.
I see you have a few left. Are these bags available to purchase?
We'll put up, we wanted to make sure that whoever was here and
Yes.
seeing you guys had access, but whatever we have left, we will pop up online for sure.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect.
We'll need one for our mom. No,
Yeah.
just kidding.
Oh,
we will.
yes.
No, she'll use it as groceries.
Yes.
It has been the most fun weekend though. There's so many things that we want to talk about, but we'll do that at another time. There were some amazing surprises. You guys had secret surprises for us.
Yeah.
Friends that drove a long way. It was crazy.
Yeah. We had one lady who she said, I talked to her after your class and she said that she was just on the cruise.
Yes.
And
Yes,
that
she
she
was.
wanted to take this class
We
so
saw-
badly, and so she was so excited.
3 people that we've had at other retreats
Yeah.
here.
We're here
this
today,
weekend.
this weekend.
That's so fun.
It
Yeah.
really was
I love
great.
that.
I mean, just
Good.
met so many incredible makers and people, and a lot of sister duos were
Yeah.
here. And
We're
Yes.
so excited to make these connections. The amazing thing about it is we make the connections, but then you go home and they're far away. It's easy to stay connected, but all these new people that we met and love aren't so close, right? So it's
No.
nice when we can come together
Yes.
and visit.
and appreciate it, and you take home all these warm, fuzzy memories, and that's really what the whole weekend has been
Yeah.
for us. Really, truly, you guys are wonderful.
Oh, thank you so
Yeah.
much. We had so much fun having you
was.
out here, and we would love to have you back literally anytime.
You
What?
guys, they're in
Yeah.
a
I'm gonna go unpack my suitcase again then.
They're in a bank. I don't know if you guys have noticed or knew.
Yeah.
This vault is holding yarn.
It's the
It's got a
coolest thing
devil's
I've ever
yarn in
seen.
there.
It does have devil's yarn.
A
It's
devil's
full
yarn.
Lola bean
Yeah.
and Malabrigo, and
Yeah.
It's
I'd be okay to be
spectacular.
locked in there for a few
Right?
days.
Yeah.
That would be
Okay, question. Can it be closed and locked?
It cannot be locked. It's been like locked
Bolted to the
open
door.
essentially.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that you can't accidentally get locked in there.
Can you
but-
close it?
Well, we did try to do that the first week that we were in here.
Of
It's
course.
heavy. The door is heavy and it took 3 of us to stop it. And we were like, oh, no,
That's
as
too
we're like
scary.
sliding. And so then we pushed it back and we hooked it back to the wall. And we haven't unhooked it from the
Yeah.
wall since.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's too scary.
Yeah.
Oh, it would be only like me to lock myself in.
Yeah.
Okay. Why did she die? She suffocated because she wanted to be locked with the yarn.
She's buried in the safe with all the.
Oh my goodness, we couldn't open the door. Anyway.
So you guys, this ends our perfect weekend in Frederick, Maryland.
does.
But we're off on another adventure. We are getting in our car, and for the next 3 days, we don't know what direction we're gonna go. We don't know where we're gonna sleep. or where we're gonna
People
stop.
must think we're just idiots. Where are you gonna go? What are you gonna see? We have no idea. We're just going to get in the car
No, that's gonna be
and
bad.
point it. We don't know where we're going.
It's the adventure of it all,
It's
and
really
we're
gonna be
here
fun.
for it. We're gonna be in Rhinebeck, we're gonna be at all the events, so please, if you see us, say hello. If you see the Magpie, say hello.
Of course. And if you're anywhere near Frederick, you guys, it is not a visit until you hit Magpie. You have not been here until you come to Magpie.
That's right.
Yeah.
And,
Right?
you know,
Yeah.
I'm so excited for you guys to go up and drive
I
up
know.
and see,
I know.
like,
Oh.
yeah, and see Rhinebeck.
Speaking of movies, we're just like, we want the scenic route. We want to
Yes.
see all
Yes.
the leaves,
Ooh.
all the pumpkin patches,
Oh
all
man,
the orchards.
that would be so good.
That's it. That's the plan.
Yeah.
That's the
We are
plan.
grateful, we are filled with love, and we've just had the best weekend, so we thank you from the bottom of our hearts.
Thank you for joining us on a Sunday, you guys. I bet you were very surprised. We had a ball coming to you from Magpie.
We forgot to tell our mom she's gonna be mad.
No! Actually, maybe.
You're gonna be in trouble.
She'll get it. Are you going? Bye.
No, I'm just saying bye because she's hiding in the
Oh,
corner.
yeah, come say bye.
Goodbye, my love.
She's so cute.
Happy making. Have a great week. We will see you in 2 weeks on
You
Thursday.
guys are the best. Thanks for joining.
Bye.
Bye.
X in the top
How do you
left
close
corner.
this thing? There we go.